Right, today I want to share all the Thai that I learned during my time in Thailand. So I spent a year there. I never formally learned. I just learned from interacting with people day to day and going to a few language exchanges. So without further ado, basics, saying me or I. For male, it's pom. And talking to someone else saying you, that would be kun. And these two words are quite common in Thai. They are used at the end of sentences to show respect. So for male, it's cup, and for female, it's ka. So cup and ka. And a less formal way to say it would be hup and ha. Right? And next one, saying hello, very important, is sawadi. So for male, let's say sawadi cup. Saying how are you? So bidi my cup. So bidi, cup. So bidi my cup. Next one, saying thank you. That would be kapkun cup. And again, when I say cup, that would be referring for a male say it. Female would say ka. Right, so kapkun cup means thank you. You can also use it to say goodbye as well. And talking about yourself, say I am from is komajak. At the end of a sentence, I would say, for example, komajak America. I am from America. And what is your name? Is Kunchu Arai. And I've heard people shorten it as well, saying Shu Arai. And yes and no. Yes would be chai. So a lot of people say it twice, like chai, or some people also say jing as well. And no would be my. Say my me. Some other variations for that would be if someone asks you for the opinion of food and you think it's no good, say my lu. Or if someone says something that is incorrect, you say my chai. Or if there is no more or something, like for example, are there any more trains going to Chiang Mai? Say my liu. So variations: my me, my lu, my chai, my liu. Right? The numbers would be 1 through 10. Nong, song, sam, si, ha, ho, jet, bet, gao, si. Nong, song, sam, si, ha, ho, jet, bet, gao, si. Right? And 11 will be a bit different. We would say si, ed. As well as 20 to 29. They are different as well. So starting with 20. 20 is yisip. 21 be yisip ed, yisip song, yisip sam, yisip si, yisip ha, yisip ho, yisip jed, yisip bet, yisip gao. Then sam si would be 30. Sam si is 30. Right. Number 100 would be nong roy. 200 would be song roy, etc. And 1,000 would be, I believe, I never used this one, but nong pen, I believe. And so, for example, the number 1,529 would be nong pen ha roy isi gao. Nong pen ha roy isi gao. Right, knowing the numbers. If you're going to a vendor, you can ask for discounts. Or asking for a discount is Bo Dai Mai. Or if you tack something in at the end, say Bo Dai Mai Hup. Bo Dai Mai. And asking for how much something is would be Tolai Hup. Or say Tolai. If you wanted to say sorry, it would be Tol Cup. Right, that's numbers, and if you're taking a taxi or you're asking for directions, sai would be left. So on your side, left is side, left is sai, and gua is right. So sai gua, left, right, left, right, sidewalk. You want a taxi driver to stop, say you. And if you're asking for where things are, say, for example, asking for if someone is going, a train is going to Chiang Mai, say, Bai Chiang Mai, Dai Mai. Bai Chiang Mai, Dai Mai. And if they say yes, they'll say Bai. So, are you going to Chiang Mai? Bai Chiang Mai, Dai Mai. And where will be Tinai. And a road in Thai is called a soi. So, for example, you could say something if you're asking for, where is Sukhumvit Soi 30? Say, so Sukhumvit Soi 30 Tinai. Where is Sukhumvit Soi 30? Right, and very common in Thailand are 7-Elevens, convenience stores. So, the cashier might say something like, when you're buying something, Sai tu mai hap means, do you want a bag? Sai tu mai hap. And for a female, will say, Sai tu mai ha. And ask you if you have a membership at 7-Eleven, Yo member may hap, or Yo member may ha. Or if they want to microwave your food, you want your food heated, it would be beat may hap. Right, and this is just me listening to them for many times because 7-Eleven was my most frequented store. Right, so anyways, if you want to say something is delicious, say aroi mak. Or if you want to eat, and eating a meal is kin cow, with cow meaning rice. Cow means rice. And chicken is gai. And are you hungry? It's hiu liang. Right, and in a classroom, this is what I use as an English teacher. How you say that is,ผมเป็นครูภาษาอังกฤษ. I am an English teacher. ผมเป็นครูภาษาอังกฤษ. Right, so if you want a kid to be quiet, you say, Niep. Niep means silence. And if you want them to sit down, Nang long. Next one is if you wanted to stop talking, my put, stop talking. And to look at the keyboard, look at the blackboard, it's mong keyboard, look at the blackboard, mong keyboard, mong means look. And look at me, mong pom. This one needs people to listen closely, students to listen closely. Feng Didi. And listen to me, Feng Pom. When I ask a student if they understand, do you understand? It's Khao Jai Mai. Do you understand? And if they understand, they'll say back Khao Jai. If they don't understand, they'll say my Khao Jai. Alright, and next one is, do you have a question? Do you have a question is Kun mi tam tam. And if they don't have a question, they'll say my mi. Next one, if you want to praise a student, saying that if they give you a correct answer, for example, say King Mak. It means very clever. Very clever is King Mak. And if you hear a student saying something like alaya or alewa, that means they don't understand or they don't know what to say. So that's what it means. Alaya, alewa, it means they don't understand. And taking a picture, so for example, when I was taking a class picture at the end of the school year, say 1, 2, 3, smile. So nong, song, sam, yim. Yim means smile. Right, next one. I did a lot of Muay Thai during my time in Thailand as well. So a few basics. There is Nong Song, that means 1-2. 1-2 punch, Nong Song. Doi means a punch. Doi means punch. And Sok is an elbow. Sok. Kau. Kau is a knee. Kau. That is a kick. That. And if your trainer wants you to move backwards, say Tui, Tui, Tui. It's back, back, back. And if they want you to work harder, or if you're dealing with other people, you want them to do something faster, you say liu, 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 liu. It means quicker, quick, faster, faster, faster. Liu, 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 liu. And talk about the amount of rounds that you go. For example, you have 5 rounds during your training session. It would be ha means like ha yok. Alright, next one. Talking to members of the opposite sex. Alright, so for talking to a female, you say kun shui ma. That means you're very beautiful. And this is only used to talk for females, for girls. Kun shui ma, you're very beautiful. And you can combine it if you're haggling at a vendor. Say, for example, you want a discount. You might say something like, Kun shui ma, what dai mai hap? You're so beautiful, can you give me a discount? Next one. So, shui, that means beautiful. You can use it to describe objects as well. If you think a picture or a flower is beautiful, you say shui. And for a male, handsome, that would be a different one. I don't know that one. I never needed it. You know what I mean? Right, next one. Say, you smile so beautifully is kun yim shui ma. Kun yim shui ma. That means you smile beautifully. And if you want to ask someone for their line is a messaging app common in Thailand. It's Chan at line dai mai. Chan at line dai mai. Can I have your line? And next one, jup jup, that means kiss kiss. Alright, so dai mai, if you ever hear dai mai, that means that's a question. Your dai mai is a question. And if you want to answer any question or any response, you can respond to anyone in Thai and say, Mai khao jai, pum put Thai nit noi. I don't understand, I only speak Thai a little bit. So if you talk to any Thai person, you can always respond to them. Mai khao jai, pum put Thai nit noi. It's one of my favorite ones. And someone might ask you, a Thai person might ask you, kun put Thai. It means, do you speak Thai? Kun put Thai. Right, and a few miscellaneous ones. Right, so just some basic pronunciation in Thai. So, for example, the island is spelled P-H-U-K-E-T. It's pronounced Phuket. Phuket. So P-H is, the H is silent, so it's Phuket. It's not something else. And the K is pronounced as a G. So for the university in Bangkok, K-A-S-E-T is pronounced Gasset. Gasset. Right, and a few countries, China is Jin, while the city in China, Beijing, is called Bắc-Kinh. So Bắc-Kinh, Jin, so Beijing, China. And Japan, Yatbun, Yatbun. And just a few more, a couple of names that are common in Thailand I learned from talking to people. The name Yok is a girl name, means jade. Fa. Another girl name, it means sky. Yeah, and that's all the Thai that I learned in my time in Thailand. This was enough for me to mix and match to form basic sentences and express a few basic thoughts. Of course, I never seriously learned, and if I got anything wrong, feel free to correct me. I'm not a Thai person. And Thailand, just a personal note, it was my favorite country that I visited out of all the countries I visited in East Asia, from all the countries in East Asia. And one I spent the longest time there as well. right now I feel I have to leave Southeast Asia because I've been to the Philippines and Indonesia since leaving Thailand, and I've been comparing the countries saying, oh, this thing in the Philippines is not as good as Thailand, and this thing in Indonesia is not as good as Thailand. I just need to leave and put some distance. Of course, maybe I might come back to Thailand later in the future, but right now I am going to continue exploring the world. Alright, that is all from Dr. K. I'll see you in the next one.